song called Playing for Fun. Not very good at tuning my guitar. As a musician I won't get very far. I do like playing, that's the brunt of it. But Mum says that's cool because apparently boys think I'm fit. Alanis Morissette, Bruce Springsteen, any of those guys from the beloved 18, bound to play better than dear old me. Well, never mind, I quite like the pity. I'm having fun, writing a song, I'm enjoying myself, how can that be wrong? My little cat Twinkle, oh, she has to tolerate when a new song is brewing, her Sheba must wait. Alanis Morissette, Bruce Springsteen, any of those guys from the beloved 18, bound to play better than dear old me, well never mind, I could move to Sydney. G'day mate, how's it going? Alright? I've been learning the language. It's the language of love. I love neighbours. I'm not Mrs. Domesticated. You probably can tell. I'm singing to you and you're thinking you're in hell. Dance a little boogie if you feel in the mood. I'll try to sing in tune and avoid being sued. Oh, Twinkle tried to sue me once. Oh my God, I'm banning her from watching Law and Order. Alanis Morissette, Bruce Springsteen, any of those guys from the beloved 18, bound to play better than dear old me. Well, never mind, I'm not auditioning for Glee. I bet you're shocked at that, aren't you? I'd love to be like Katie, Perry or Price, I like them both. They're so much cooler than Vanilla Ice. No offence. I'm hardly a pro. I don't play for money. This is for charity. A smile would be nice if you think my lyrics are funny. Twinkle thinks my lyrics are funny. Now I know this because when I'm playing songs to her, she does this really cute sound. Now, she's got a very dark sense of humour because she does the same sound for dogs and fireworks. Alanis Morissette, Bruce Springsteen, any of those guys from the beloved 18, bound to play better than dear old me. Well, never mind, I'm a little bit odd. Apparently. You thought I'd mess up the rhyming, did you, Lynn? You thought I'd messed it up. You said I'm a poet. I just didn't know it, but I can show it. I'll end that song there before I blow it. Nice to get a few things off the chat. I must take a swig of the old water, because it's very hot in here. Well, some of you know I'm a bit of an actress, a real one. And I've been an actress for 14 years and people often ask me what they would have seen me in. The job centre mainly. I'm not going to lie. It's home from home, literally. It's across the road from my little house on Parliament Square down in Hertford. Second home, literally number 2 outside on the door of the job centre. And I go to lots of auditions, lots and lots, different types of auditions just to get myself out there. And last year, before I go there, can I ask a really personal question? I'm really sorry to ask you this, and I hope I don't offend you. Do we have any Big Brother viewers in the audience this evening? Oh my gosh. Oh, Karen is. We talk about it all the time. Well, ladies, last year, I got down to the last 1,976 person on the audition process for Big Brother 2015. Yeah. I know! I couldn't believe it. To get down to that small group was like a miracle. And they rang me up, they'd seen my video audition on YouTube and it had lots and lots of hits and they really loved it and they asked me to go to the next round of auditions, which was to be in London. So I was like, yeah, I could do it at night out. So I got to the auditions and they asked me how old I was. So I told them the truth. I'm 18. Plus 18. I'm 36. I've progressed, I'm now 37. Thank you. I know, birthday last week. So he said, oh my God, you're 36. I said, yes, I'm 36. I thought you were younger than that. Really? But to be fair, I was wearing my school uniform. It knocks years off you, ladies. Seriously. Forget your Botox and your plastic surgery and the old face peel. School uniform wipes every time. Charity shops galore down in Hertford. Pop in, buy yourself one, customise it, make it your own. Failing that, ring up mum and dad, see if they've got your old one for when you're at school, unless they're using it for themselves. We're all performers at the end of the day, aren't we? But the thing is with acting, right, they say it's all about timing. So I've got to get a watch, and minor detail. But whenever anyone says wings, mentions wings, I think you're sanitary towels. I know it's really, I do. And it also makes me think back to a real story that happened the year before, and I was in town and I saw this really cute guy, and I was dressed as a fairy. It was Christmas Eve, it wasn't just like a random night out. There was a purpose to my madness. I was dressed as a fairy, and I went up to this really cute guy that I fancied, and I said, and I compared myself to a sanitary towel. And I said, I'm soft, I'm handy once a month, and on a monthly basis, and I'm disposable. And this guy loved it, right? He loved all that, and we dated for 4 months, and then he disposed of me. But anyway, back I was at school, and I had this crush on a boy in the year above me called Rob King. You're not Rob King, are you? No. No, I was talking to Lynn's dad. I was like, oh, this is that, so sweet. Oh, bless him. Well, Rob King, let me tell you, he was gorgeous, right? He had, he was like the Harry Styles of the 1990s. He had lovely brown locks that shaped his face and big blue eyes and spider black eyelashes. All the girls fancied him. And I thought, because I was so creative back then, I thought it'd be really lovely if I wrote him a poem. Now, I was astounded by Rob King's reaction to my poem because he gave me the loveliest, the warmest, sweetest, softest, most romantic, amazing, flabbergasting, sexy, intense, romantic kiss on my forehead. And I've never washed my forehead, not until this morning when I woke up, but my pillow was stuck to it, and I thought, I don't think I can get away with that being a hat for much longer. So I had to wash this morning. Hey. Well, after this kiss, I started to imagine a future with Rob, as you normally do when you're a teenage girl, you know, normal stuff. Cottage in the countryside, white picket fence, a red roof, ducks in the garden, children, Roberta and Bob, it's all good coming to me. And we get a dog, and I thought if we got a dog, we could get a golden Labrador, because I've always wanted a golden Labrador, or the Cathy. And we call the Labrador Passion, because I thought that way we'd have passion everywhere. We'd have passion going to the co-op, going to see Claire. We'd have passion going over here, seeing these lovely people. We'd have passion in the dog kennel, because we all want to go out there eventually, don't we? And I stopped the creativity of my poetry writing. It just couldn't stop. It was like uncontrollable. And I went to the local recreation ground near where Rob King lived. And on one section of the roundabout, I wrote, "Rose the red, violets the blue, Sara loves Rob, ooh, ooh, ooh." Nor would people cry. Is that not doing it for you? No. Okay. On another section, I wrote, "Sara loves Rob, forever and ever. Rob loves Sara, whatever the weather." Maroon 5 wanted that in a song, and I was like, oh, that's mine. Do you know what I mean? Can't help being this talented. But Rob did not appreciate what I was telling him, and he said some really nasty things to me. "Get lost, you stupid bitch." Well, I'm not stupid. And "you belong in a mental institute." I mean, if that's not an invitation to a first date, I don't know what is. And "I'll never be your boyfriend." Oh, you kind of already are. But I was very, very educated, and I knew that when boys said things like that to girls, it meant that they loved them. Always look on the bright side of life. So I was cool with that. But then, the next day, I saw Rob King walking around the school field with Kirsten Shaw. And back then, we didn't have Twitter. I literally had to follow them. I was knackered and a bit overweight, so it was a bit of a challenge. But anyway, so he's holding hands with Kirsten Short. She ain't short. 5'8". Oh, my love, don't, exaggerate. Long blonde hair. Oh, yeah, okay. And, the blue eyes and sort of lashes and pretty and whatever. Anyway, turns out they met in home economics, and she gave him one of her chocolate muffins. slut. Well, I'm just saying what you're all thinking. When I came out of the retreat, I got over it and everything, and I met my Andy when I was, just 30 and a half, and we have such a giggle, we really do, and he proposed to me last Friday, for those of you who don't know me. I do have a ring, but it's too big and it's been sent off to the jewellers, and it is a real engagement. So, private joke, what's my So we're planning to get married next summer. Anyway, whenever Andy and I go to parties and other weddings, other people's weddings, rather than signing cards from Sara and Andy, I put Sandy, right? And Andy says, babe, why are you writing that? And I say, because you're the one that I want. He hates it when I say that. And I do love musicals. So speaking of musicals, it doesn't bother me. I'm single at 30. I think it's better this way. My previous guy idolized Doris Day. I looked in my wardrobe and my clothes had gone. I turned around, on him they were on. He smiled sweetly, asked me if they suited him. I returned the smile back and punched him in the chin. I don't condone violence, obviously, but the fact of the matter, I've got to say that, but the fact of the matter is the dress looked amazing on him, and I'd lost weight. Just saying. It doesn't bother me. I'm single at 30. I think it's better this way. My previous guy wore oil of Olay. I had bottles of stuff and I wondered where it was disappearing to, because he used to blame the dog, and he didn't have a dog. His DVD collection said it all. Sex and the City covered the wall. Moulin Rouge, Lady and the Tramp, obvious signs. I thought he was just camp. Or constipated, he was full of shit. It doesn't bother me. I'm single at 30. I think it's better this way. My previous guy didn't like foreplay. Put the radio on, love, he'd say, or listen to the Archers. What a knob. The fact that I had nothing to do with it, his crush developed for Brad Pitt. I should have seen the signs. I'm a little bit silly. If only I'd known sooner he liked another Willie. This is called the Willie song, ladies and gentlemen. I have thought long and hard about the title. It doesn't bother me. I'm single at 30. I think it's better this way. My previous guy, he was gay. Did you pick up on that?
Yeah.
He picked up men. I'm a little bit dubious of men right now. Hence the reason I'm a silly cow. That's my Alanis Morissette impression. Oh, you're welcome, I can do Alanis. I have dated guys who are keen, but then I've got great tits and I keep my teeth clean. I can get references from my dentist. From my teeth, obviously. Actually, I'm from my tits. But do you know what? You see a Groupon deal, you've got to grab it, haven't you? Lynn knows. It doesn't bother me. I'm not 30. I'm actually quite a bit past 35. And even after all the dinners I've attempted to make my Andy, he still manages to stay alive. He's so talented. So remember, girls, boyfriends, husbands, fiancés, whatever, they're not just for Christmas, they are for life. Handcuff them, makes them feel very secure. Just don't lose the key, because that's where Andy is right now. Thanks everyone, you've been I just need to say one thing, right? I used to have this crush on this guy, years and years ago, and whenever I was trying to forget about him, I just couldn't. I'd get on the tube in the morning and I'd see those seats, unsturdy, uncomfortable, never one available when you want one, right? Then you see the posts on the display walls of the tube carriages, and they're bragging about something you're not interested in. And then you've got the platforms, the various tube stations that take you along the way to the office. Wood Green, Could Be Keen, Piccadilly, Piccadilly, Cockfosters. Do you see my point there? Right, so I'm trying to forget about men. Then I go home to my father, and he reminds me of men, and I turn on the telly and I see this man, and I'm completely in love with him. He's famous, so I'm a celebrity whore. This was the time my mother was very proud of me. And I watch him on the telly, and I'm just idolising him, completely smitten with him. And then I imagine him riding on a big white horse, whisking me up into his arms. We'd be like Romeo and Juliet, the modern version, except we wouldn't die, because that would be shit. And, and we'd live happily ever after. And then, take it to the next level, I imagine him asking me to go dogging. And I'm petrified, because first dates are so petrifying, aren't they? They're nerve-wracking. And then I just carry on watching on telly, and I imagine putting my hand through his silver fox hair and looking into his eyes framed with these Clark Kent type spectacles. And I think I've got to live up to all these other women that are in his life, because he's such a stud, a sex muffin. He's like got all these women, and I would just sit there with my dad, and my dad's not even noticing that, I'm coming out with this rash, and I would just pine for this man, hoping and dreaming and wishing that one day I would become Mrs. John Major, because I tell you what, that Rowena Curry, she's raised the bar so high up. Thank you very much, everyone. I've been Sara Louise on Media Curry. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name is Sara Louise Campbell. MCs have stressed to me about the length of my name. It is a very long name. I did try to change it, but they still complained. Put the other L back in. But I'm from a creative background. My father is very creative. In the 80s and 90s, he peaked as a professional storyteller, or as mother calls him, a bullshitter. That wasn't a job title, okay? So speaking of job titles, my dad has always said he's a jack of all trades. He could have done anything he wanted. Could have been a teacher and gone up the ladder, become a deputy head teacher like my brother Neil. Or he could have been an analyst like my other brother Ali. He's always highlighted the fact he's great with numbers and figures and things, which is kind of funny because my mum always says he carries his brains in his pants. He doesn't really wear pants. Only when he's dressing up only when he's dressing up as his favourite superhero. He's a sweet fellow. Bless him. So, my sister, she's inherited this storytelling talent as well. She keeps telling me I look like Kylie Minogue. Obviously, I look nothing like Kylie. The only resemblance I have is the lovely blonde hair. And the fact that I do occasionally like to spin around, but I think we all do after a bottle of Prosecco, don't we? In my case, and in Kate's case, a crate. It's the bubbles, it really is. Just the other day, my dad said to me that he could be an actress, like me, his eldest daughter, except he does have a penis. Damn things, aren't they? They always get in the way. So my mother says she's vegetarian now. She smokes walnuts as well. I'm not sure there's a connection there, but I like to paint a bigger picture because I am the daughter of a very famous storyteller. auditions, absolutely loads. In fact, for the last 5, before I go there, do we have any Big Brother fans in the audience? I know it's a personal question, but I thought I'd just throw it out there. No? He's like, well, confession time. For the last 5 years, I've been auditioning for Big Brother. This year, I've got the furthest I've ever gotten. Oh my God. I got down to the last 1,700. I couldn't believe that. And I was so excited when they told me, and they asked me to go down to the next stage of auditions. I was a little bit anxious because where I'd put my video submission online, it'd been shared on this website called the Big Brother Forum, and someone had put above a still, his face, Nikki Graham has aged. Poor Nikki Graham. So I did get a little bit anxious, and I got to the auditions and they asked me how old I was. I was like, oh, do I tell them? I'll study it, I'll tell them I'm 36. And I'm like, no, you're 36? I thought you were younger than that. But I was wearing a school uniform. Do you know what? Seriously. But ladies, forget your Botox, forget your plastic surgery. You heard it here first. Sara's little tip, literally, school uniform, it works every time. It really does. And so speaking of school, one of my eldest friends, Laura, we were at school together. When we were in our 20s, my dad asked her out every single day for a month. And Laura said no every single day of the month. But, to be fair to my dad, that shows determination and persistence and the fact that he never gave up. And that's what I put him in, because that's why I'm an unemployed actress. Am I telling you? And Laura's beautiful, completely out of my dad's league. Now that shows my dad's got ambition, and I've got a lot of ambition, which is why I audition for Big Brother for every year since my 30th birthday. I've not seen Laura since the call told her, but you know what? That's the best thing about Facebook and Twitter, isn't it? You can keep in touch with people, even though you're not allowed in the same country as them ever again. Hello, Laura! I'd like to give her a shout out from time to time. We occasionally talk on Skype. She sits in front of this big black backdrop and we play our own version of Where's Wally, except we call it Where's Laura. It's gone on for years. So's my friendship with her. Well, now I've got to go anyway, it's light flashing. Bye everyone, have a lovely evening.